The Shard, a unique neo-futurist skyscraper in the middle of London, is the pinnacle of 21st century design. It stands in stark contrast to what was recently found just down the road. Not more than a few dozen yards away, archaeologists found something remarkable in the ground. They had found a structure of a very different kind, one that was anything but an artifact from the future. This thing was ancient discovery under the dirt. The archaeologists were only working in that spot because they were planning to build something there. This area is said to be the oldest part of London. Building on the land, there could mean that some historical treasures are lost forever, so archaeologists should check it out before work starts. It's hard to believe that this had been right under people's noses for so long. Antonietta Lules works at the Museum of London's Archaeology Department, which was in charge of the dig. Along with her colleagues, Lules is an expert who clearly knows what she's talking about. This is why we should take her very seriously when she says that she doesn't care about this find. After she saw what had been found underground, Lules called it a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. This building was really unique, and it sheds light on an important time in London's history. The City of London is full of archaeological sites. In 1988, archaeologists in London found the ruins of a theater called the Rose. It was open from 1587 to 1603, which was the time of a famous playwright. During renovations, some pieces of the King's Table were found under some stone steps. This is a big deal for anyone who is interested in English history. But why is the King's Table so important? The name pretty much says it all. The king or queen would sit at this table while running their kingdom. Food was served there, and it was also a powerful symbol of their power. The headquarters of MI6, the British Secret Service, is another sign of power in London. This impressive building has been around for a long time. It first opened in the mid-1990s. In 2010, archaeologists found something exciting just feet away. They found a structure that seems to be the oldest ever found in London. The structure itself isn't all that impressive. The name gives it away. The king or queen would sit at this table while running their kingdom. Food was served there, and it was also a powerful symbol of their power. The headquarters of MI6, the British Secret Service, is another sign of power in London. This impressive building has been around for a long time. It first opened in the mid-1990s. In 2010, archaeologists found something exciting just feet away. They found a structure that seems to be the oldest ever found in London. This archaeological site was kept secret for a long time while work was being done. It wasn't until after many discoveries had been made that the news was made public. That's when we all found out that pottery and tools had also been found in the area. Another archaeological site in central London that was kept secret for a while was a Roman fort that was found at the 30 Fenchurch Street office development. Experts think that about 500 people may have been stationed there. But even though the building was big, they think it was built pretty quickly. This could be because it was built quickly because of an emergency. Other things found around the site give us a better idea of what went on there all those years ago. After all, it's crazy to think that something this amazing has been sitting under London for so long, but there was a huge mosaic that was the biggest to be found in the city in more than 50 years. This mosaic was only found because construction work was going on at the site. A new office building called the Liberty of Southwark is being built there, but because the area is so historically important, archaeologists from the Museum of London Archaeology, MOLA, checked it out before building started. MOLA has promised to keep looking at the spot until the summer of 2021. The most interesting update came in early 2022, when archaeologists found the spectacular mosaic with pictures of flowers and complicated patterns. This work is thought to be from the end of the 2nd century, or the beginning of the 3rd century, which makes its bright colors and shapes even more impressive now that it has been found. Antonietta Lules, who was in charge of the project, remembered how exciting it was to first find this mosaic. Another impressive motif on the mosaic is called Solomon's Knot. David Neal is an expert on mosaics from ancient Rome, so this is very much his field. He thinks the big panel's design matches the work of the Acanthus group. which was a group of mosaic artists who developed a unique style. The small panel, on the other hand, looks like one found in Germany, which suggests that the people who made the London mosaic had traveled to other parts of Europe. This might have had couches and highly decorated floors and walls. Based on the size of the room and the mosaic, experts think that the larger building may have been the home of wealthy people. People have also said that the building might not have been a house at all, but instead a kind of hotel called a mansio. If it was a mansio, then it's likely that some very important people stayed there. Archaeologists say that this one is the oldest. It looks like it was the home of a wealthy person or family, since there were signs of elaborate walls and floors, and artifacts like jewel Korean coins were found. Antonietta Lules seems interested in another haul of artifacts that was found on the site. These were things like a hairpin made of bone, a sewing needle, and a bronze brooch. Lules say that these things belonged to high-status women who kept up with the latest fashions and hairstyles. People who lived in these high-status buildings were living the good life. Lules has said on the record that the condition of the mosaic is amazing, and it's not hard to see why the thing looks great. Even though it had been underground for close to 1800 years, and London's landscape had changed a lot during that time, the mosaic was still in good shape. Because Lules was so interested in the past, the mosaic really caught her attention. The artifact tells us about the area and the people who lived there. The area was full of different kinds of people, but this discovery shows that there were also nice buildings and homes where wealthy people lived. When the mosaic was found, plans were made to bring it to the surface for restoration, and once it's safe, it'll be put on display for everyone to see. This is important, as Noun said in her statement, because it's great that we've been able to find such a beautiful and culturally significant piece of art. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.